With blood and rage of crimson red, ripped from a corpse so freshly dead, together with our hellish hate, we'll burn you all. That is your fate.
This is Red Lantern Russell from
Tomes of Evil,
and you're listening to Sector 2814, a Green Lantern podcast.
Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to make sure you know all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on all new episodes of Wade's World, Boob Windows and Long Boxes, our Hard R movie reviews, and so much more, all completely uncensored. Access starts for as little as $1 a month, full videos when you pledge $3 a month. Check us out at the link in all of our show notes, or just go straight to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast.
In brightest day,
in blackest nights,
no evil shall escape my sight.
But those who worship evil's might,
beware my power.
Green Lantern's light. Hello and welcome back to another week of Sector 2814, the Green Lantern podcast. I am Phil. Joining me as always, Master of the Core, it is...
Hi, I'm Will. Hi, everyone.
And the master of the flowing, beautiful hair, it is...
this is Matt.
Oh, he knew
I think my hair is being subdued from my headphones this week for you video watchers, but it's flowing all right.
I love how he pretends other week. He's like, oh, yeah, hey, that's me. But this week, he was right on the ball. He's like, oh, yeah, hey, it's me, Matt Kona.
It goes away all too soon, Matt. It goes away all too soon.
All right, before we get to the news and everything else, William, do you remember like 2-3 weeks ago, we were recording Emerald Twilight, and Matt Kona dropped a phrase, and you were like, that needs to be a drop?
Uh-huh.
Do you remember what it was?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. So, and two, Matt Kona's lapping you. He has like 4 more drops than you do, so.
Well, he usually gets better quips in, so
yes. So
that's normal.
So the new drop, which will live in infamy, yes, we were talking about Hal Jordan going bad in Emerald Twilight, and the new drop is born. Hold on, let me turn the volume up here. All right, the new drop is born.
It's a bit of a heel turn.
That's the one.
Can it just live in
Whoa.
Fammy? Can it just live in Fammy instead of infamy?
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
Yes.
I blew that. I completely blew that.
Slow down. We need this for drops.
There's going to be a drop in there somewhere. All right. So yes, I mean, yeah, Matt Kona, man, the drop. He's on his second row of drops. Will, come on.
I'm gonna have to catch up.
He's catching up the Ray. Almost. And no one's catching up to Lilith Hellfire, man. She's on her second page. All right, so I was going to say, what did anybody watch? Oh, is anyone current on What If? The finale was last week.
I'm still a couple episodes behind, so I need to catch up on those.
No, I'm nowhere. The only updates that I have, not to bury the lead, is I read Amazing Spider-Man 75.
Oh,
as
yes.
you recommended.
Ben Reilly's back. Yes, do you like it?
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was interesting. I mean, I don't know if I have the ability to stick with what has been announced as a 19-part story, but
3 times a month for like 6 months. Then there's like a special in there somewhere. Yeah.
Wow, that's very Clone Saga-ish, isn't it?
Well, no, it's brand new day-ish. Yeah, because remember that. Well, their thinking was, and it's like, hey, instead of doing one Amazing Spider-Man a month and having like 1 or 2 like other Spider-Man books that don't sell as well as Amazing, just put out Amazing 3 times a month.
Wow, and so
yeah,
are they doing mini arcs? And I know Kelly Thompson's writing one of those, right?
Yeah, it's like I guess they're rotating. Yeah, it's like what they did with Brand New Day. They have a couple writers, couple artists. Yeah, it's Kelly Thompson who we'll be talking to at the end of October.
Oh, cool.
Is Jim Zub in there? Zeb Wells wrote that first one, so.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. The UFOs showed up in that one.
The UFOs. Wow, that takes me back.
Yes.
That definitely takes me back.
Oh, hey, if you catch up on your Immortal Hulk, which I believe the last issue comes out tomorrow, but yeah, they showed up in Immortal Hulk a few issues back, so
Cool.
let's just say
Need to catch up on that.
it did not go well for them.
Well,
Well, first it did. First it did, and then it did not.
It did, and then it really did not, right? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But yeah, the 90s are back, man. Ben Reilly is Spider-Man again, and I believe if either December or January, White Suit Dr. Octopus is back.
Oh, so a Quasar title is on the horizon.
Yes!
I wish.
I'm sorry, kids. I know this is a DC podcast, but I did go looking. You can buy a Quasar figure right now. You have to order it from either Canada, the UK, or was there somewhere even further out? But yeah, I mean, by the time you pay and with shipping and everything, yeah, by the time you pay for shipping and everything, you're not getting that Quasar figure for cheaper than like 40 or 50 some bucks.
Ouch.
Yeah,
but it's Quasar, man. It's
I know.
You may have to drop me some links later.
Okay. You know what? If you go on, was it eBay? I think. Yeah, they're listed. You just go to eBay. Just put in a Quasar Marvel Legends figure. Yeah, the whole bunch of them. Like I said, yeah, Canada, UK, but
what about us here in America? Huh?
America. I know. Marvel Comics is an American company. Come on. Created by an American, Mr. Mark Grunwald. Come on. As I told you, we might have to have Ray ship us some over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So any good comics last week?
Oh, Amazing Spider-Man 75.
Well, yes, I know we've already talked about that. Besides that one,
I'm trying to think. Really got my attention. I mean, the Wonder Woman 80th anniversary issue came out. It was pretty decent. I mean, just like all the 80th anniversaries that's been out. Yeah, it's a bunch of short stories. It was pretty good. Better than the Aquaman.
Cool. And isn't there like a Wonder Woman, red, gold, and black or something like that?
Oh, black. I think it's like black and gold.
Black and gold.
Yeah, she's a Steelers fan.
I've heard that. I've heard that's pretty good too.
I haven't read it yet. I want to read it, but Lilith has been reading it. She said it's good. Yeah.
Ah, cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, because she's like a big Wonder Woman fan. She's not like reading like the regular series right now, but she says, yeah, black and gold's worth it. So.
Cool.
I'm trying to remember what came out. What else came out from like Marvel, DC? I know that it was a light week for me for DC last week. It was like some Batman stuff. Oh, Batman: The Adventures Continue Season 2. Was it number 5? That's been really good.
Okay, cool.
Like I wasn't sure if I was going to pick it up, but yeah, I've been picking it up. Yeah, it's on Season 2, but I mean, it's by Dini and yeah, so it's like by the creators of the original animated series. I mean, they're picking up threads that like, I mean, in the one issue, Batgirl and Huntress were after. Remember the Jazz Man from Batman the Animated Series? He was in one episode. He's the guy who shot Gordon. One episode, and they bring this guy back. It was like, wow.
Nice.
I mean, they go dark because the Huntress was after the guy because she was like, oh yeah, he was playing the piano when the mob shot my family.
Oh wow! Okay,
like they were in a room. This guy was just playing the piano while people are getting shot. It's like, damn. But oh yeah, any week you go in for a DC comic now, you're gonna get something new Batman because they're pumping out the Batman.
I love Batman.
I want to get those Marvel fans.
I love Batman.
I love Batman.
That's the only drop he hates, man. You could play the most embarrassing stuff. He doesn't care. That embarrasses him more than anything.
Well, he is High Priest of Khonshu, you know.
He came on this podcast to talk Batman like twice. Once this year, once last year. He got sick both times after he talked Batman.
That's not a coincidence. That
no. Lilith said Khonshu struck him down. Yeah, no. Anyone else reading any good comics?
I'm trying to think what was the last thing I read. Just a lot of not a lot of Marvel DC stuff for me, mostly Kickstarter stuff. Lots of good books on Kickstarter, right now and about to launch and have already, fulfilled. So seems like I'm getting a package every other day.
There's a drop. There's a drop.
Oh, come on. It can't be any worse than Star Blast.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah.
They aren't even attempting to enter our orifices.
That's the one.
He goes limp in my grip.
So, Matt, are you reading anything good?
No, I haven't been really on top of things. Random books here and there, but I'm still waiting for, I think, Batman Detective Part 5.
Oh yeah, the last.
I don't know. Is it 4? Is it 4 or is it 5? Is
I
it
think
just
5.
a 5?
Yeah, I think 5. I think 5's. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because the last.
So I guess 4 or 5. I'm waiting on, but yeah.
Yeah, because the last one came out, I don't know, like 2 weeks ago or something. So yeah, might be a few more weeks.
I think Green Lantern 7 is going to drop in a week or so. Is it next week or the week after?
Not sure. Maybe. Yeah.
Well, we were talking about that interview, before we went live. They said that basically they put the pedal all the way down in 7 and they don't let up till 12. So.
And you said the current writer, he hates Hal Jordan.
He doesn't hate Hal Jordan. He's just not
a fan.
Not a fan of the character. And hey, we all have characters that speak to us and other characters that don't. Not every character is for everybody. And I of course love Hal Jordan. But John Stewart's awesome. And as much as I really, really strongly disliked Guy Gardner, I like Guy Gardner, a little bit before Rebirth and then definitely post Rebirth. So,
I mean, that could have been like an alternate title for this podcast. Everyone hates Hal.
Yeah. Hal's it hanging? Sorry.
Oh! Where were you with this like 37 weeks ago? Hal's it hanging? Oh! Damn it, Will. I'm going to slap you. Lilith is going to slap you. I'm going to tell Lilith that. She can be like, that's brilliant. Why didn't you effing do that?
I got lucky tonight, man. I got lucky.
Whoa, we don't need to hear about that. This is a family show. Oh, yeah. I don't know if you guys watched it yet. I believe Black Widow's on Disney Plus now. So
I think I saw that. We haven't watched it yet, but hopefully we can carve out some time this weekend. It's been a crazy couple of weeks around here. So
yeah. Oh, I was reading something today. Eternals, they're saying it might be like a little over 2.5 hours long. So,
wow,
it might be like 2:35 or something. So I think they were saying it might be like the second longest movie after Endgame. So,
wow.
So carve out
and all the trailers look good.
I know, yeah. And kids stay for. I heard there's 2 scenes in the credits. So like. I saw at least 2 or 3 different articles today. They were like, the end credits are very important. So,
always.
It's not going to be as big as Venom's end credit. That's all I'll say.
I haven't seen that yet either.
Telling you, man. Go see Venom 2. It's only like 90 minutes, man. It's like 90-some minutes.
Yeah, that's right. We were.
It's a quickie.
we were talking about that. Some critic had said, yeah, it's basically Tom Hardy and tentacle porn for 90 minutes. And, somebody responded to that by saying, don't threaten me with a good time. So there you go.
It's probably Lilith.
I don't think those are tentacles.
Oh, I need the drop, man. Every time you mention tentacles, Lilith is like, it's called hentai and it's an art form. All right. Before we get to the issues, I I might try this app. I saw Ray. I guess they're like a sponsor of Ray's show now. It's like the app is CLZ. It's like a comic app. Like you can like keep track of your comics on there.
Oh, cool.
I guess they do a 7-day free trial. I might look into it because I guess it's like it's like $15 a year or like $1 something a month, and yeah, you can like keep track of all your comics.
Oh, sweet.
I think they said you can either like manually put them in, or you can even like scan the barcodes and it'll like keep track of them and stuff.
Oh yeah, that is cool.
Might help it when I go to the store.
I don't know who would choose manually typing them in over scanning the barcodes, but it's nice that they give you the option.
Well, I don't think you even have to type them in. I really didn't look at it yet, but I think also you can like bring up a series and then just like tap the ones you have. Like I have this one, I have this one, I have it,
Oh, okay.
So,
cool.
Yeah, I don't think you have to manually type them all in.
Typing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll try it, give you a report next week, because like it might be nice just for when you go to the store and you're like, oh crap, do I have this one?
Yeah, or go to a convention.
Yes.
I mean, I'm like, okay, I can't remember, damn it. But it's $1. Okay, I'll get it.
I know, exactly. These days,
these days, boys are like, Dad, why do you have 5 copies of this?
I love it. Shut up.
Some are for you guys. Yeah, I bought them for you boys. There you go.
It's your inheritance.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, these days, if I get stuck with an extra $1 copy, I'm just like, I could give it away on the podcast.
Yeah.
I still got I still have a Guy Gardner and what is it, like number 4 of Rebirth. So if we can ever think of a giveaway, come on.
And Matt might have a copy of something for another podcast still.
Somewhere, man. I don't know.
Hey, man, if we can think of a giveaway, man, Lilith and I do a Spider-Man podcast. And on a Scarlet Spider, Conan, we'll have to give away some Marvel Team Up 113.
Gee, Phil, can you tell me who's in Marvel Team Up 113?
Why? Yes, I can, Will. Spider-Man Quasar.
Quasar? Gosh, I love Quasar.
Right now, I hear it's wallpapering an entire nursery.
Yeah. It's actually not a bad idea, just put the pages up there and something for little ones to read.
Exactly.
Learn to read.
Yes, make her learn to read on that, Kona. Oh, yes, and Matthew, me and Ray were saying there's only 2 more Scarlet Spider episodes for the year. If we can pick a good weekend day, maybe we can knock out this 2. Give me a good weekend day. We'll knock out the last 2 of the year in one sitting, maybe.
Yeah. Well, I can't do any weekend days.
Well, but, evening, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see. Maybe we can start a little earlier on a nighttime thing.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Maybe we get some Arkansas hillbilly in there too.
I don't know.
What are we talking about? Y'all.
Who cleaned his bookshelves? All right. Man, we've been along. All right. So should we get to these issues?
Let's do it.
All right. I don't think the Darkstars had any synopses, so here we'll go through these real quick. Yeah, because tonight talking Darkstars 21 through 23 and Green Lantern 52 and 53. All right, so Darkstars 21. Let me see that cover. June 94. By writer Michael Jan Friedman, penciler Michael Collins, inker Ken Branch, letterer Bob Pinaha. Man, I wanted to say Piranha. Colorist Steve Mattson, and going to Montana soon, Paul Kupperberg, it said.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
I don't know. So we basically pick up in the middle of a Darkstar story, but the first panel it says I can't easily forget what happened on Oa. Who could? And we get the Guy Gardner 19 and 20 editor's note. Oh yeah, because the Darkstar was part of the.
He was on the team
who house spanked. Yeah, that's right.
That's right. When old Parallax went crazy.
I know. And then we get this Darkstar has been mutated, and they need to find a cure. they're basically on their ship. But yes, the part we're concerned with, yes, on the Mosaic world, remember that, kids? Yes, John, like you were saying, Will, Jon Stewart wakes up. No ring, no guardian powers, nothing. And Frankie's there with he's like, what?
It was all a dream.
Yeah.
No ring, no guardian powers, and no Katma. He's even like, oh, Katma's gone. Oh, well.
And we get another appearance of one of the kids that he gave rings to in the Mosaic.
Yeah, Frankie.
I mean, did Frankie really deserve a ring anyway?
Where's my ring, John?
Okay, very old joke, kids. Yeah, Jon Stewart wakes up, no powers, no nothing, and Frankie says, relax.
That is an old joke.
But it's like, okay, so the whole thing with Emerald Twilight, and then when Guy and the others show up, like, Jon Stewart,
he's a heavy sleeper, man. Okay, he's a heavy sleeper.
I guess, too, and it's like, he has no ring, no guardian powers. How big is Oa? Maybe he's on the other side of Oa? I don't know.
You would have thought that being a guardian, he would have known what was happening because...
my wife woke up in her...
What?
What, Matt? Okay.
My wife woke up this morning and her bracelet was... My wife woke up this morning and her bracelet was off her wrist, so... I don't know, this happens with jewelry sometimes. I don't know.
Nice.
And again, I mean, I hadn't read this Darkstars issue until now. It's like, okay, we have confirmation. Jon Stewart was on Oa. Why didn't the Guardian say, hey, John, we need help,
Stop Hal?
Hey, Lantern Stewart. Yeah. And they threw every other Green Lantern at him. Why not John? Especially if he was rocking Guardian powers.
Exactly.
Although,
I mean, it's not like they actually really tried to stop him anyway. It's also very...
Exactly.
But we're not. That's water under the bridge. We have a new Green Lantern.
Yes, true. So, yes, and then all of a sudden while John's like, what's going on? And Controller shows up. He basically tells Frank, yeah, they're like cousins of the Guardians. And then...
Yeah, was that ever really discussed before, that connection?
What, the Controllers and the Guardians? I mean, well, they're both all offshoots of the Malthusians.
Yeah, I think they've mentioned it a little bit during Trinity, and Controllers were kind of the evil-ish Guardians, right? I mean,
because the Guardians are so innocent. Okay,
exactly. Yeah, evil-ish.
And again, we're like in the middle of a Darkstars story here.
But yeah, I don't think that I even encountered the Controllers until Darkstars, but I think they showed up in other parts of DC before. I don't know that I'd ever encountered them.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember where, but yeah, I think they've shown up before. And hey, here's a shot of Donna Troy. Hey, she's lost her powers. I wonder what's going to become of her now.
Not to be confused with Deanna Troy.
You're very empathetic, Matt Kona. But yeah, basically the rest of the Darkstars are just fighting on this alien planet. But okay, so I'm assuming the sales might not have been the best on this. So because they're like, oh hey, the Green Lanterns are gone. Oh hey, we'll take Jon Stewart, and oh hey, Donna Troy's powerless. We'll take Donna Troy. These two figures that people know from DC Comics beforehand. So it's like, oh hey, we'll take these people.
Yeah, and it's funny because these characters will, both of them will end up cycling back into the main Green Lantern title. Spoilers, right?
Like I said, I wasn't reading Darkstars, so I'm wondering if that was when like the Darkstar book got canceled. They're just like, oh hey, yeah.
I guess. I wasn't reading Darkstars either at that point. Had you read Darkstars before this, Matt, or these issues of Green Lantern?
I have neither. No, I don't think so. You know what? I vaguely remember getting. I feel like I don't know which one, but a random issue or two of Green Lantern because I remember the costume, but I didn't follow I feel like it might have been further along because I wasn't sure. I was like, oh, maybe they're just, they're changing everybody's costume. They changed Guy Gardner's costume, and I don't think I picked up that it wasn't Hal or it wasn't the normal. Mm-hmm. I didn't read Emerald Twilight or know what was going on, so it was possible, but I definitely never read the Darkstars.
I mean, Kyle would keep his uniform his current uniform until like 150, and that he would go to the one that's in my bottom right corner of the wallpaper.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then keep that till at least Rebirth. Yeah. So he didn't do a lot of costume changes.
He has in the time since because we see a few
Lantern, there. Yeah. But yeah, no, I don't know if maybe you just remember him, Matt, because if there was a big event from this point on, he showed up. He was in Grant Morrison's JLA.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and before that, he's going to be in Titans here in a couple months, where he meets Donna, Troy.
Funny about how that works.
All right. So, any other thoughts on Darkstars 21?
Not really. I mean, I was kind of overwhelmed by these new characters that I wasn't familiar with, and even reading it, I knew. All right, I don't think we're discussing a lot of these other, I think the Green Lantern stuff was sort of the B story to the main title. They're building towards a courtroom drama later on, and so I kind of read it with blurred eyes, I guess, or at least not devoting that much space in my brain to soak it all up. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Will, you said you hadn't read these before, right? Yeah, me and Will hadn't read these Darkstars, so yeah, there's not much background we can give you either.
Yeah. We're all in the same boat on this one, and it's probably because... Hey, Jon Stewart showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember, I don't think I knew he was a Darkstar until he showed up in the Green Lantern book, and I was like, oh, hey, he's a Darkstar.
I completely... Yeah, I don't even know if I remembered... I think I'd forgotten that he was a Darkstar.
Yeah. Well, Donna shows up first, and I was like, oh, hey, she's a Darkstar. So I think the only other time I remember Darkstars is like when they were in the Green Lantern book.
Yeah, in Trinity.
Yeah. All right, so should we get to 22?
You bet.
All right, July 94. Let's see, I think it's the same team. Yeah, it looks like it. Except now the editor, Paul Kupperberg, is the Brooding Presence.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, we get more Darkstars fighting aliens and more back office politics. Oh, and then Will, this blue woman they're all hunting, this renegade Darkstar, that
Moraine, is that what it is?
Marain, or whatever her name is. That's gonna be that's Jon Stewart's future next girlfriend, correct?
Oh, yes, I think you're right. I completely forgot about that.
I mean, I don't want to say all blue women look alike, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's. I remember blue skin and pointy ears, so I think that's
That's her. Okay,
that's the next.
Wow.
That's the next Miss K. Oh, he has a type. Can you tell? Women of color from different planets.
That were in paramilitary organizations.
Yeah. So I wonder if so I'm assuming they first meet in Darkstars, because I don't remember I just remember when he shows up in Green Lantern. I think they're already a couple. So
yeah, I guess there's a lot that goes on in Darkstars. Or maybe not. Maybe it's just like, oh, hey, look, they're a couple now.
Well, I guess we'll see, because
just go with it.
Well, I guess we'll see, because we're doing 21 through 23 tonight. I looked. I think it goes to 38. So.
Oh, okay.
So there's like another year of the book, I guess. And then we see the controller taking Jon Stewart for a trip.
Find out what's going on. I guess that the dude created a universe to supplant the existing universe so he could be. I don't know. I kind of glossed over.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, because isn't there that renegade controller or something? Yeah.
Yeah,
Boy, a renegade who's trying to bring down the organization. Where have I heard that before?
I have no clue. That is so novel and original,
and not even and not recently or anything. But yeah, we see a lot more Darkstar fighting. Man, they're always fighting with somebody. Mm-hmm. Oh, and then we also see Donna Troy get the call to, hey, come be a Darkstar. Because, spoilers, yes, the current Darkstar of Earth that...
Farron Kolos?
Farron Kolos, yeah, is going to get, court-martialed or whatever, and Donna's going to take his place.
In the next issue.
Yes. Oh, yeah. So, sorry. Alright, so, yeah, that's basically that one. So, thoughts on 22?
We're getting little pieces, I guess, of the John Stewart stuff, but it Tangled Webs is a fitting title for it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like we're kind of dropped in with all this. I mean, they've got 20 issues of backstory that we don't really know why this director is doing. There's a lot of kind of heavy backstory and kind of myth building that they've been doing for 20 issues that we just don't really get.
Hey, we fell into the trap, man. They're like, hey, let's put John Stewart and Donna Troy in the book, and the kids will read it. Hey, guess what?
We did. We're reading it.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished, DC. 20 years too late, but 20-some years too late. But yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a bad issue. The art was good. The writing was good. It's just, if you're coming into it new, I just don't feel like there was enough there to really ground you in where everybody's coming from and what they're, who they are and what they want.
But I'm just like, okay, before John Stewart and Donna Troy are in this, what is the what's the payoff for reading this book? It's like, if you like this stuff, you're probably already reading Green Lantern. Is it just like, hey, they're kind of like Green Lanterns, but you don't have all this history and stuff, so if you want to read something new, we don't have to know decades of continuity,
backstory,
like our last writer kept trying to.
Yeah. I always kind of thought the Green Lanterns were, these, much more powerful kind of White Knight kind of characters, where the Darkstars, at least how they were presented originally, were more kind of Old West sheriffs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and the Green Lantern rings can do constructs and stuff. I mean, the Darkstar suits are basically just so you fire those blasts, right? Those masers or whatever.
Yeah, and fly. Which, hey.
Maser.
That'd be cool, but, not if you could. Darkstar outfit, Green Lantern ring. I know which one I'm choosing.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Thoughts, Matt Kona?
I don't know. The Darkstars, I mean, they're... I do remember them interacting in previous books, and I feel like they're sort of kind of held down by the red tape of what they can do in and out of their jurisdiction. Is that sort of accurate? Like they
seems that way.
Yeah,
exactly. That's the thought I just had too. As you were saying that, I'm like, there's too much like inter office politics.
Yeah, and but I'm like fascinated with, because I mean the series went, I think, like 38 issues or something.
Yeah.
So I assume some people were reading it. I mean, it seems like a kind of a decent blend of superheroes and sci-fi. But yeah, I think Will might have nailed it on the head. It might not be as accessible for your common spinner rack peruser to just grab issue 23 and sort of dig in. Even with the stuff that references what's going on in Green Lantern world, it's I mean, do they plug it into other Green Lantern books? I don't even know.
I mean, they
Or
don't.
do you sort of just have to be a reader of Wizard magazine, or or be savvy enough to understand what's happening?
I mean, they don't come out and plug it, but I mean, again, when we get to like by issue 58 or 59, like Donna starts becoming like a regular like supporting member. Then eventually John Stewart comes in, so you have Darkstars coming into the books, but
yeah. I mean, this issue does announce it on the cover. Donna Troy is in.
Oh yeah, 23. Yeah, I love that. I think that's a cool cover.
Yeah. And you get a little subliminal flashback of Hal Jordan and Lobo in a previous fight. So
Donna ultimately Titans pulls her back. I mean, that's because she's a Titans character, right?
Yeah.
You know, New Teen Titans or Teen Titans, whatever, or New Titans. And then they kind of replace her with Jade in the Green Lantern book. Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, we'll get there, but it's like a whole big thing where it's like, once her and Kyle start dating, like he meets her son and everything, and then I think the son dies or something, and then she's like, "Oh, I have to leave," blah, 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 and then she like never comes back, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then they bring in Jade. That's the other thing. I wonder if they're trying to pump up sales on the Titans book, because at one point, Donna was in there as a Darkstar, Kyle's in there, Green Lantern, so.
Yeah.
Supergirl was in there, so I mean, I think you had like 3 characters who had their own book. So it's like, are you really trying to bump sales on that book? But no, I'm just what I was going to say about Darkstars. It's like, I mean, except for those Trinity issues, we're just jumping in at issue 21. So I mean, we haven't read the previous ones. That might be why it's not hitting as much. But 2, I wonder if it would have kept going. Maybe it ended at 38 because that was probably 1995 or so. So I wonder if that's when like the industry, the bubble burst.
Oh yeah. Let's see. That's 15 months
probably
from now.
95 or 96, probably. This. We're in like July, August 94. So yeah.
Yeah, that could definitely be it. I mean, 38 issues is a healthy run. Especially 90s and up, right?
Yeah.
How many books are going to last that long? But it's I think Matt kind of nails it. It's kind of this interesting mix between sci-fi and superheroics. Throw in a little kind of old west sheriff stuff, and voila, Darkstar, right?
Yes.
Oh, and add some backroom politics. Sorry.
Of course. Oh, it's like Intergalactic The Office. Every so often they'll say something, and you just like look at the camera or look off panel.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so should we do 23?
Let's do it.
These Green Lantern issues. Like you said, we get the the whole flashback. Hey, remember Trinity? The Trinity crossover?
And there's a Hal flashback, right? He's in the flashback, right?
Yeah, he's on the page here, yeah. And it's like, hey, remember when it took us like at least 2 or 3 issues to say, hey, do we have a truce? Oh yeah. Hey, next issue. Hey, do we have a truce? I'm thinking about it.
Hey, do we have a truce? Yeah, okay, why not? Let's go fight the evil space clone god thingies.
Let me punch you in the face. Then we'll have a truce.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is basically Colin's his court martial, because he didn't follow orders during
Trinity.
Well, it's like
and other times.
Who did? And then we see John Stewart, basically talking to this.
Okay, I have a question. So John wakes up this morning. No ring, no powers, no nothing.
I think I've heard this song.
There are people. There are people and lots of different aliens, humans, aliens, lots of people that stay behind for the mosaic.
Yeah, exactly.
Do we ever find out what happened to them? I mean,
I wonder if we know what happens, because, in a few weeks here, we're going to get the Green Lantern number 0. There's a definite thing about
something
Green Lantern 0, yeah, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Unless it comes up in Darkstars here soon, yeah. I don't remember them ever addressing the rest of the people who stayed on the mosaic.
Yeah. And then, what happens in Zero?
I mean, we'll have to see, like, again, if it comes up in Darkstars or something, because, like, no one in the Mosaic is like, oh, hey, we haven't seen the Guardians in a while.
Yeah.
Hey, John Stewart went off the controller. We haven't seen him.
Yeah. What's going on? What's happening?
What Rose is like, hey, where's he at?
Yeah. He's sleeping in again.
The rest of them are sleeping with the fishes. But yeah, no, basically, most of this issue is the court martial, and then at the end, when Donna comes out in the Darkstar uniform, they're like, "Oh, here's your new Green Lantern to Earth, Colin Ferris. You're out."
Darkstar.
What?
You said Green Lantern of Earth.
Oh, Darkstar. Yeah.
This is a Green Lantern podcast.
Yes, I'm Green Lantern on the brain. Yes. Would have been better. Donna Troy, Green Lantern.
That would have been interesting.
Can you imagine Ganthet would have went to her and be like, "Here's the ring."
Cool.
And it worked.
Or even Alex. You know, she
yeah.
made a pretty good superhero.
Mm-hmm.
Which we kind of get that later, right?
Oh, yeah. Next week is the fridge. I think Lilith is joining us. So.
The fridge.
All right. Matt Kona, thoughts on this Darkstars before we get to the Green Lanterns?
I don't know. I kind of wish that they just put the John Stewart stuff as like a backup story at the end of it to make it easier to digest for us. But I don't know. It was all right. It was just really dialogue heavy for characters and storyline that I was not privy to really. But yeah, the artwork was good, and there's and it's I like what they did in the stuff that we were focused on, like in terms of I mean, it does raise a lot of questions and maybe bits of story gaps where, like, why wasn't John if he was on OO, why wasn't he aware of what was going on in this massive all-hands-on-deck brawl against newly deranged Hal? And why? Maybe he's just his experience in the Mosaic world is just taken an extra mental toll than previously believed. But
I mean, unless there's some kind of you think maybe there was some kind of feedback from Hal blowing up that battery or something for John?
I'm sure we could come up with a no prize worthy explanation if we wanted to. But I have to applaud Matt. Newly deranged Hal. I love that description. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just a fancy way of saying
it's a bit of a heel turn.
Exactly.
So in a few months we'll have still deranged Hal.
Yes.
Still crazy after all these issues.
Slow down. We need this for drops.
And I was looking at the dates. Evil Hal doesn't really last more than
only till Final Night.
A couple of years. Because Final Night's 97 or 98?
Yeah.
90, I think it's 96, 90, somewhere in there. So yeah.
Boy, almost as if some Hal Jordan fanboy kept bombarding them with letters for those first couple of years.
I did not write. Did I write a letter?
Only a handful.
I might have written a letter. I don't remember it. It's been a long time ago.
You guys suck. I love Hal. All right. So we get to the Green Lanterns.
Yes, and I actually have a comment about these that I wanted to see what you guys thought.
Oh, okay.
So look at the Darkstars issues that we just looked at, right? Pretty text heavy, right?
Yes.
Dense, lots of panels per page, lots of dialogue, captions, all that stuff. These two issues of Green Lantern are pretty breezy. We're talking 3-4 panels a page and not a lot of dialogue. A couple of double-page splashes, I think, in these issues. So, I mean, they read much, much faster than And these came out approximately at the same time. I think one is like Michael J. Friedman, who's the writer of Darkstars, I believe, is more of an older school type writer.
Yeah.
And Ron Mars was at this time, a kind of a newer writer and writing in what was more current kind of style at the time. I feel like.
But again, too, I mean, this is basically issue 2 of Kyle Rayner, so it's like they don't. I guess we're trying to get new readers in here. We don't want to like bombard them with all this stuff that previously on.
Read the last 49 issues. Sorry.
Exactly. Again, when there's, I mean, modern comics could never. Last week's 51 would have been in issue 1 if that had happened today.
Yeah. Totally.
All right, I have quick synopses, but yeah. All right, Green Lantern 52, June 9, 1994. Writer Ron Mars. We had 3 pencilers. Maybe that had something to do with it too. Pencilers: Daryl Banks, Steve Carr, and Jamal Eagle. Inker Romeo Tangle, colorist Steve Matson, letterer Albert de Guzman, and editor Kevin Dooley. Breaking in. Mongul breaks out. Hey, Ray. Mongul breaks out of the slab and heads to L.A. to break Green Lantern. He breaks out of the slab and goes to break Green Lantern. Meanwhile, a homeless man named Joshua turns over a glowing green rock he found outside of a club in L.A., the same alley where Cal first got his ring. Wonder what that green rock...
I think we need some...
All right, I have a question. Matt Kona, you didn't read ahead, did you yet?
No, I did not.
Okay, do you have any idea what that green rock is?
I'm going to guess it's part of the battery or some sort.
Well, just take out part of.
Okay, it's the remaining battery. Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of thought that when I think it's this first issue where his lady friend asks him if the ring just works all the time, and he's just like, "Yeah, I think so. So far, it has." So.
Keeps going and going. Yes, you'll see the battery inflate next week. So,
and I've said it before. As much as I'm a Hal fanboy, I freely admit that.
Yeah.
The redefinition of the way the ring works, with it's like giving it a gas tank.
Yeah.
As opposed to, unlimited power for 24 hours and immediately stops. I think that was a good choice. Really.
I mean, the time limit never made sense. I mean, if they had done a time limit and a gas tank, that would have made sense. But I mean, you could use that. So you could use that ring every second of every minute of every hour for that 24 hours, and it's not going to run out of juice.
Yeah, it just didn't make a lot of sense.
And we got rid of that. As Mongul proves, we get rid of that yellow.
The yellow impurity. I wonder where it went. Was it something that could go somewhere?
Is there something living in that old central battery? I'll get to that in Rebirth. But yeah, like you said, there wasn't a lot of, it wasn't like really heavy. I mean, there was a lot of him practicing with that ring, and it's, again, I guess we're new fans, but yeah, when we see Mongul break out, where's Green Lantern?
L.A. What is L.A.?
Yeah.
It's like south of that coast city you blew up. Okay.
Oh, okay. I know. Yeah.
Give me your jetpack.
South of the big giant crater that I made.
give me your jetpack, and I will crush your head quickly.
Yeah.
But again, and at the beach, man, him and Alex love the beach for some reason.
Yeah. Don't other people go to the beach too?
I know.
I mean,
the other one was
granted, I live in the Midwest, so I don't know about beaches, but I kind of feel like other people go to beaches.
I don't know no beaches. Yeah, at least in Emerald Twilight, they were there at night. Looks like it's like the middle of the day.
Yeah.
All right, Matthew Kona, was this the first time you read this, and what did you think?
Yeah, it was the first time I read this. And first time I kind of like thought, like, I don't know much about Mongul. I feel like he looks familiar, but I thought this was going to be sort of almost a rehash of the. And like I thought, we already went through him kind of finding his way, fighting fighting Ohm, like an Ohm type villain, but I thought it was kind of cool the way that they started it with a photo shoot and the mistaken identity, and didn't really expect the Superman crossover bit, and I like the involvement of the homeless guy from the alleyway, although it doesn't seem like things are going to go well for him in the future. But the sort of, after we've seen something, other things are revealed in the background that kind of adds to the flavor of the story or whatever. And I know Superman doesn't really appear until the next issue, but you sort of get the hints. I did really like the artwork.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Still not crazy about the new Green Lantern mask, how it's just sort of like this weird flat nose thing. But his nose does get flattened at some point.
I believe, didn't people compare that mask to a crab back in the day, Will?
I believe so. I think they did.
He has a crab on his face. But yeah, Ohm was like a new guy who we'll never see again. I guess this time they wanted to put him against somebody Hal had fought, so it's like, hey, look, he can fill his predecessor's shoes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then during the big prison break, we see Major Force. Yeah, we'll see him more of him next week.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. We still don't. Okay, so Guy Gardner just gets thrown back to Earth after Emerald Fallout, right?
Yeah.
We assume with everybody else, with John and Wonder Woman and Darkstar and all that. I thought Wonder Woman would have updated everybody about everything that happened at that point. Superman says like,
yeah.
I don't know where everybody. I don't know where Hal. Do you know where your predecessor is? No, I don't know.
The only thing I can say is like I think the way they were hitting around in 52, I think this was like during the whole Fall of Metropolis thing. Like Superman was busy at this point. Like he was, like remember he got all supercharged in Engine City. It's like he was getting his powers under control, and then it was like Lex Luthor and a bunch of clones were attacked. So Superman was busy. So this was around the Action Comics 700. Yeah, so maybe just. Yeah, since he came back, I don't think Superman's really been in a lot of touch with the League, so maybe that's why. Because Superman... Okay, let's get to 53. We're going long anyway.
But you'd think that, they would want to, hey, your old friend, in case he comes around, wanting to, go have a drink or something, he's a psycho murderer at this point. You might not want to do it. Just saying.
I was going to say, you think he'd put out the all points bulletin. It's like, Hal Jordan has gone insane and he's rocking like some immense power. So,
I mean, even the Darkstars know about it.
Even the Darkstars, I know. Green Lantern 53, July 1994 rematch. Ron Mars, Daryl Banks only penciler, and the rest of the team is the same. Yes, as Kona said, Superman lends Green Lantern a hand in defeating Mongul, discovering that this Green Lantern has no weakness against yellow.
That's shocking.
Yes, yeah. Guess they hit us right in the face with that new information. But yeah, I mean. Superman knows nothing about Hal because he's like, oh, hey, you're a new Green Lantern. And yet, Kyle's like, I basically know nothing. Just blue guy gave me a ring.
Yeah.
And Superman's like, oh, sounds like a Guardian. He's like, what happened to the last guy? And Kyle's like, I don't know. Superman's like, speaking about getting punched in the face, Superman's going to try to find out what happened to Hal. And yes, kids, this is the era of mullet Superman. with the shiny flowy hair, only second to Matt Konis.
Yes.
And then I love Alex, like, yeah, go help Superman.
He's Superman. Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, he's trying to help Superman take down Mongul. I love the end though. Again, upon worthy of our level, it's like, you know, Alex says, so "Go help." Oh yeah, Superman says to Kyle, "Don't lose your train of thought." So what does Kyle do? He makes a train and hits Mongul with the train.
Oh boy. Yeah, and what is it called? The Slam Express?
No, Slam Track instead of Amtrak, Slam Track.
Yeah. Wow.
See, he's an artist, man. He takes the time, puts the logo on it and everything.
Yeah, the details on the fly like that. Wow.
Puts the work into those puns. As do we all.
I mean, every artist on this book was probably like, oh, great, he's an artist, man. He would really put details so I can go wild with these constructs. Was it last issue or this one where, you know, he says something about making a giant...
Don't make a boxing glove? I'm like, oh, that hurt. Oh, that got me right here. Oh.
One of Hal's favorites. Yeah, he's like, should I make a giant boxing glove? No. But
that was funny. Yeah.
But he was already good with the flying. So he knocks out Mongul with his train, and Superman, shakes hands with Superman. I haven't seen the other Green Lantern since Coast City. I love. He's like, "How did you find Mongul?" And Superman, "Oh, I left a pretty obvious trail." Although
through the air, he was flying.
I was going to say, wasn't he using a jetpack? I mean, unless you know, heat vision or something, he could track that jetpack, maybe. Or unless.
And how did he find Kyle anyway? I mean, you know, he's in L.A. Yeah, I can say, hey, Phil, you're in Pittsburgh. I'm just going to go straight to you. How?
I mean, we don't know the time frame, how long they've been on that beach. Maybe he looked for hours. It's or you know what? How close is that beach to Coast City, though? Because remember, we were talking Emerald Twilight. I was like, they're having a picnic like a mile from a radioactive crater or whatever. Because they did see Hal taking off, OSL.
Maybe, or maybe Mongul could just detect power or something. I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah, but I'm thinking this beach is closer to Coast City maybe than the LA maybe.
Possibly. That may be where there's nobody on it.
I was going to say that, and there's nobody there. Yeah, so.
Totally no prize to this.
Not like he's hiding in a crowd.
Yeah.
And Kyle's flying around, practicing, so. But yeah, Superman picks him up. He's like, he's going to take him back to prison. Back to the slab.
I'm thinking that's not such a great place to put people, but just armchair quarterback in here.
Exactly. And Kyle's all happy, and him and Alex are all happy together. Oh. Hopefully nothing breaks this up. But anyway, more on that next week. The end of the issue, we get our shady government people, and it's like here, figure in the shadows. Strangely colored figure in the shadows. We want to know what this rock is, and go kill the guy with the ring. Bring us the ring. Man, news travels fast. Were they like watching his battle with Ohm or something? It's like, oh, what's her new one? Oh, let's steal the ring.
Because do they even know the Guardians are gone? I mean,
I know, because it's like Superman nobody basically knew besides Kyle and Alex, right?
Yeah, and if you're just like some shadowy government figure in the DC universe, do you really want the Guardians of the Universe like slapping your hands?
I know, man. For all you know, you attack one Green Lantern, like
30, the whole corps comes running.
3,599 more might be on your doorstep in the morning. But yes, as we saw, like I said, at the end of he was in the prison break last issue. Yes, Major Force is coming for Kyle's ring. Stupid app, Major Force.
Yes, this official T-shirt, MF T-shirt.
MF, yes. He's gonna be MFing all over the place next week. But I was gonna say perfect '90s name, but I believe he was created in the 80s. Yeah, because he's like a Captain
I think
Atom
so,
villain.
yeah.
Yeah, like late 80s. Yeah.
Was he like a Firestorm villain or
No, I think he's Captain Atom.
Captain Atom? Yeah, you're right, Captain Atom.
I believe, yeah, when Captain Atom was like, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to work with the government, they kind of like tried to recreate the whole thing in, yeah, Major Force. Who went off the rails. Go figure.
Way off the rails.
Yes. He's like, only one question. You want the whole hand or just the ring? Oh, Lord. Yes, kids, next week we're going to be seeing Major Force in the kitchen. The only good thing all right. Yeah, I was going to say the only good thing is we should have Lilith Hellfire with us next week. All right. Thoughts? Any more thoughts, Macona?
I mean, I think I was a little glad that the cover was a bit misrepresent. It was a kind of a misrepresentation. You know, Superman kind of saved the day at first, but
yeah, but
that wasn't the whole story. Green Lantern kind of came into his own, you know, a bit, and so.
I mean, Cal kind of has to save it. I mean, this is only like his third issue, so he kind of has to deliver that last shot.
Mm.
We have to show he's not completely helpless.
Right.
Hey, Hal Jordan beat him. How hard could he be?
You know, it's not like he's going to blow up a planet or anything.
Oh, is that shot at Jon Stewart?
Oh, actually, not intentional. It was more a shot at Kyle.
Okay. I'm sensing a theme with Green Lanterns here.
You know, and that's something that's always kind of bothered me about Cosmic Odyssey is, you know, before Cosmic Odyssey, John wasn't, you know, arrogant.
Yeah. They kind of just wrote that in. They kind of wrote that in.
They wrote that in so that his arrogance would cost that planet.
What did that?
And it's something that's referenced even in the first couple of issues of the New Green Lantern series. And there's a lot of callbacks to anything that Jon Stewart's, you know, kind of been involved with in the new series, which is really cool.
Yeah. All I'll say is it's not until January 2023, but episode 100, I have left it blank. William, if you want to do something, I was thinking either Green Lantern Earth 1, one of those volumes, or if you want to do Cosmic Odyssey. So you have time. Think about it.
We have time? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll get to work on that tonight. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Think of something big.
Something big.
All right. So anything else, or should we get out of here?
Sounds good to me.
All right. It's just in the schedules. Let me pull up the schedule here. Well, I know which Green Lantern issues are next week. Okay, yes. All right. Next week, Green Lantern 54 and 55. Oh, hey, Alan Scott.
With special guest host.
Oh, Lilith Hellfire, yes. And Alan Scott's going to stop by in 55, yeah. So, yeah, those two. Guy Gardner 24. We're going to force Lilith Hellfire to do a Guy Gardner. And Darkstars 24, so.
Cool.
Oh, hey, so I never put that together. I guess Guy Gardner and Darkstars started at the same time.
I hadn't either. Yeah, when you said that, I was like, oh, cool. I didn't realize that.
So, yeah, so Green Lantern 54, 55, Guy Gardner 24, and Darkstars 24. All right, and again, special guest co-host, Lilith Hellfire. You'll never hear her anywhere on these podcasts. But, dude, if you have, well, dudes and dudettes, if you have, send your thoughts on the issues. If you have questions for Lilith Hellfire, email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can follow Sector 2814 on Facebook, on Twitter. Go join Book of Oa, our Facebook fan group. Find links to this YouTube channel. Again, I mean, I keep bringing it up, but if you want to see the beautiful hair of Macona, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And also, more important, if you can, please subscribe to the Patreon. Once again, we're out here on our own. You know, the core is no more. We're out here on our own.
Keeping the torch alive, right?
Exactly. Torch bearers. So, yes, if you can contribute anything at Patreon, please. Or if you just want to make a one-time contribution, go to our new store at Teespring. Cups and shirts and phone cases, everything we had. And like I said, I got to work on it, but might have even more merchandise coming. So, yes, find links to all of that all in one place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes&Lunatics. All right. Macona, the Fabio of our group, where can people get a hold of you?
My telephone number is 978. No. Call me any time of the night. Just 978. That's it. And I got in early. I got on the ground floor when they were passing out phone numbers. At Macona, I guess. I'm around. I might have a layer of dust on some of my social media, but I can be found. It's a bit of a heel turn.
The yin to Darkhawk's yang. He gives me his bone.
All right, Will Allred, a master of the quantum, or master of the quantum zone, master of the core, master of the comics. Where can people get a hold of you?
You can find me at WALLRED. That's at Gmail and Twitter. Spend most of my time on Twitter and Facebook and other places. And you can also find my self-published work as soon as I can find it over here. Crossover Division at crossoverdivision.com. Awesome, man. And the digital rewards went out last night. I hope you guys got emails.
Oh, nice.
I hope so.
Yes. I haven't dug into it. I did get my email. Yes, thank you.
You can also find my self-published work, Diary of Night, at diaryofnight.com with art by an amazing artist, Gene Gonzalez, and lettering and design by Russ Wooten, which is really cool. And all kinds of really cool and interesting stuff can be found out about Quasar at the Quantum Zone, quantumzone.org.
Hey, boys, you look at the party? I love the party. I hope it's going somewhere nice.
I am God.
All right, kids. Thank you for joining us again in 1 week. The Fridge, Little Hellfire. Oh, maybe we get some live Suck It Lil, Suck It Codes. Oh. Maybe a party. And we're going to make a little Force Loaf of this. Review with Guy Gardner. Kind of a prologue to 0 Hour also. Alright, kids. Come back next time. And remember, life's a beach.
I am Connor from the House of L.
And I am Ray from the House of Zod.
We are two of the many survivors of Krypton's destruction, and we have made our home in Australia, and dare I say, have become Australians, for better or worse. But we have also decided to read Superman comics, read Superman books, watch Superman shows, cartoons, movies, basically everything Superman, and from an Australian perspective as well. Whether you're a seasoned fan, like me,
or whether you are coming in fresh, wide-eyed and wanting to learn more like me, then this podcast is for you. Join us for our bi-weekly adventures available on all good podcast catchers.
So just search for Last Sons of Krypton, a Superman podcast. We'll be coming to you from Australia or some cosmic dimension, wherever we are that week. Up,
and away.